Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku prayer. Please stand. 高浜原にかむすまります。かむろぎかむろみのみこともちて、すめにおやかむいさなぎのみことはつくしのいむかのたちはなのほどのあぎはらにみそぎ払いたもうときになりませる払いどの神たちもろもろのまがごと積みけがれを払いたまに清めたまえと直すことのよしを天つ神国つ神やおよろずの神たちともに雨の藤駒の耳振り立ててきこしめせとかしこみもまおす弥勒大神守りたまえ先はえたまえ弥勒大神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえ教えみよや主の神守りたまえ先はえたまえこんなばらたまちがえませ。こんなばらたまちがえませ。Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us, radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei.
Meishu-sama, bless you.
Today is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Turning to God, I have no torch, nor power, nor staff to lean upon. How then can I walk this path of life? I must rely on God. I have been illuminated by the divine light of God. I once wandered the road of doubt, but I am now blessed with deep understanding. All the blessings I have experienced are so very great. There are no words to fully express my gratitude to God. To have perfect trust in God is the advice I always give to our members. One cannot overemphasize the importance of placing our faith in God implicitly and refraining from worry. This may sound simple and easy to put into practice, but it is not as easy as it appears. I too used to be concerned when I found myself in a dilemma. In spite of my best efforts to place my trust in God, feelings of uneasiness or misgiving sometimes came into my mind. In our materialistic world, it is almost impossible to be completely free from anxiety. However, there is a great difference for those who have faith in God. When they are faced with problems or difficulties, they become aware of the spiritual meaning underlying these events far more easily than others do. And this makes it much easier for them to endure adversities. God wishes to help people and send them blessings, but worry may spiritually hinder God's helping, protective hand. The more unrestrained the worry, the more it obstructs divine help. This is why things do not go as people wish.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. And thank you also for praying with us for world peace. This morning, the faith experience I want to share with you is from Gabriela Pinto Rodriguez. It's from the Melo Matos Johrei Center in Rio de Janeiro. Gabriela is 30 years old and she serves as the youth group leader at her Johrei Center. For many years, Gabriela and her mother have had a relationship filled with conflict. Sadly, throughout this time, Gabriela felt powerless and incapable of overcoming this purification. In January of 2021, she introduced a friend to Johrei and began giving her religious assistance. Coincidentally, the friend told Gabriela that she too experienced intense conflicts with her mother, and consequently, she too had become deeply troubled and unhappy. In February, the two of them participated in the center's special prayer for the construction of paradise in one's home, wherein the faith experience shared at the service spoke exactly about the same reality that each of them were living through. Gabriela was able to clearly recognize that her own attitudes at home reflected a profound lack of gratitude, and that her actions were all too often based on her own self centeredness. She understood that in order to improve the relationship with her mother, it would be necessary for her to transform her feelings and attitudes. The next day, her friend reported to Gabriela that when she had gotten home, she gave a big hug to her own mother and expressed how much she loved her. After listening to this, Gabriela became even more inspired and motivated to change the upsetting situation that existed in her family life. She reflected upon the many moments of conflict that she and her mother had experienced, and upon the negative attitudes she relentlessly manifested, as well as the many ugly and harsh words she had often expressed to her mom. Gabriella became overcome with emotion, yet determined to talk to her. She looked at her mother straight in the eyes and asked forgiveness for the hurtful and negative things she had often said and done. For the first time after countless long and painful years, the two engaged in a conversation wrapped in love and gratitude. Afterwards, Gabriella felt truly happy and relieved. A big transformation. Today, she feels grateful for her mother's existence and is truly happy to have her by her side. Gabriella now helps with household chores and naturally fulfills her daily duties with a certain joy and lightness without making room for conflicts. Her friend received the sacred focal point of Hikari in March of 2021 and began to join Gabriella in all her church activities and religious commitments. Through this challenging experience, Gabriella reaffirmed her conviction that God and Meishu-sama intercede in the lives of those who strive to help others with love and sincerity. She appreciates having been granted the transformation of her feelings in her family life through the practices of our faith. Gabriella now commits to help people awaken to the path of spirituality and serving the work of the construction of a paradise on this earth. Thank you very much for listening to this experiencing faith experience, for joining us in this morning service. I wish you a very wonderful day.
This brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed day.